Hi, welcome to this channel on magnetic energy technology principles applications. This video is about the global narrative that's currently going on around the world. And the only reason this really relates to the magnetic energy topic is because I'm going to be talking about kind of metaphysical concepts that involve like visualization and this kind of white light magic stuff, if you want to call it that, or talking about like interdimensional processes. And so this is an etheric magnetic model of the universe, and so there's a lot of everything in our existence essentially is connected to what people might call interdimensional connections or other dimensions, and including us and including our bodies, everything in nature or consciousness. It's all constantly flowing with energy that you could say is changing magnetic resonance. But like people would say, well, it's jumping in and out of our dimension through other dimensions constantly at this incredibly fast pace. So if you believe in conventional science, this video is probably not for you. This channel's almost definitely not for you. If you believe in the global narrative that's happening around our world right now, then you're probably not going to like this video. And so I'm going to get into this, and this isn't one of these topics where I can say, please go along with me on this intention. It's really, I can't really do that. It's going to have to be up to you on what, obviously everything's going to be up to you, but I wouldn't even put out the request, because it's something that if you're called to do it, if you feel guided to do this and to go along with these intentions that I'm about to go through and putting this energy out there, that's totally up to you, and I thank you for doing it, because it's something that I kind of personally believe in. But but I completely understand if you do not feel called to do it or don't feel compelled to go along with this. So what I'm going to do is talk. I'm just going to put it out there so that you have some of these ideas on a way to help feel like you're doing something to contribute to the global narrative, especially if you are having issues with it in any way, shape, or form. And this is in no way, when you do this type of work or this type of energy work, and you do it in meditation or you do it in a ritual or whatever you do, in no way am I trying to change the course of any one individual on the planet from what their contracted course would be, or humanity's course. But what I am trying to do with this and with this process is trying to, as part of the global family and the oneness, and this is totally in line with the magnetic energy model, that we are all connected interdimensionally, physically, vibrationally, resonance-wise, we're all connected. So we're kind of like a global organism, if you want, humanity. And so what I'm trying to do with this type of process is, you want to call it raise the vibration, raise the magnetic resonance, to bring light and love into that global organism, so that along our path we are hitting the highest resonance possible along our path as a global community, and then even as individuals hitting the highest path. And so providing the support and assistance and really looking at it from the higher self perspective. So like what we can do that's in alignment with our higher self intentions for having the best part of our path kind of possible, if you want to say it that way. So let's begin with the technology aspect of this. So here we go. Any and all technology that is being used to contribute to the global narrative on our planet right now. So that could be the internet, satellites, computers, phones. It could be anything that's broadcasting. So it could be television stations, cameras, anything that's broadcasting on the internet, anything that produces sound. So anything like speakers, could be headphones, earbuds, whatever it is, anything that's contributing, that is part of the process of spreading the current global narrative and the technology involved in that. We now engulf that technology with white light, with love and light and all that great good stuff. We embed the technology with crystallized white light energy that is permanent, that's indestructible, that resonates at a very high vibration. So with like unconditional love and joy and peace and all that, but that it's also resonates with accuracy, with accurate information and truth. So truth is a word that we use to describe, what we would say is like accurate information, honest information, non-manipulative information, authentic information, genuine information. So all of that technology is now embedded with crystallized light energy at an etheric level. All of it around the globe, that any broadcasting of any type of the global narrative through any type of technology is now embedded with that crystallized light energy that resonates with a truth resonation. So that anything other than the truth or authentic information or honesty, anything other than that high vibration honesty creates a dissonance. A dissonance in the vibration, in the technology, in the communication, in the transmission of that information, that global narrative. It creates a dissonance in it that all people immediately sense. So if the global narrative wants to resonate with people, it needs to become truth-based, it needs to become honest, it needs to be authentic, it needs to be genuine. Otherwise there will be a resonance that happens, a conflicting resonance, so that all people on this planet will sense very clearly, very obviously through their ears, through their eyes, through their being at an etheric level, which then feeds into the physical level. They will sense and hear and feel and see any dishonesty taking place in the global narrative. They will sense, they will see, they will hear any manipulation taking place in the global narrative. The resonance will be so strong, it'll be so palpable that all people will notice it, all people will feel it. Now let's move into people. So we'll just do the global community and all people right now. All people are surrounded and filled with love and light. All of the people on this planet, all the beings on this planet, are now resonating with a vibration that tunes them in to what is accurate, to what is truthful, to what is honest, what is authentic. It's kind of like saying at an etheric level, all people on planet Earth have now a super tuned in, discerning, discriminating bullshit meter. Where if there's any bullshit, any lies, any manipulation, any false data being presented, all people on planet Earth immediately recognize that it's bullshit, that it's a lie. And their technology is embedded with crystallized light energy that will resonate only truthful, honest information. And anything other than that is going to produce really obvious harmonics that show that it is not, that the information they're seeing is not truthful, it's not honest. Now, let's move on to the puppet masters, the politicians, the managers, the scientists, the owners of companies, the board of directors, all people in all organizations that have anything whatsoever to do with the global narrative, with public policy. These could be people behind the scenes. These could be billionaires that are behind the scenes that are pulling strings. These are the owners and the controllers of all the media companies. These are the owners and controllers of social networks, social media companies. These are the owners, the controllers, the board of directors of even nonprofits, even government research institutes, and all pharmaceutical companies, all corporations, all military like operations, and even the organizations that are connected to the military that contribute their research and things that contribute to the global narrative. All those people that are involved in that are now completely wrapped in white light from head to toe. They are wrapped with unbreakable universal white light cord from head to toe. And they're double wrapped and triple wrapped if they're in more prominent positions where they actually have a voice that is global or even nationwide. So any elected officials, any appointed officials, anyone that's any kind of person that's representing any type of medical decisions or policies, they are completely bound and wrapped in white light. Any beings on this planet whatsoever that are contributing to the global narrative are now 100% wrapped and bound in white light that is unbreakable from the head to the toe, and they are anchored with unbreakable anchors to the highest white light path possible in their incarnations with zero deviation. They are given special crystallized white light etheric crystals in their throats, in their mouths, that resonate with truth and honesty and authenticity. And anytime they speak anything that is not true or authentic, anytime they speak any kind of dishonesty, that resonation of that etheric crystal in their mouth, in their throat, vibrates so intensely, so strongly, that they can't do it. They know, every cell, every fiber of their being knows that what they're saying is a low vibration expression and that they need to move into honesty and truth and authenticity and disclose the information that needs to be disclosed for the highest path. Every single one of these beings that contributes to the global narrative is now embedded with a white light column that goes through their body and through their brains. That white light column is unbreakable and permanent, and it penetrates every thought, every feeling, every emotion, every neural pathway in their brains, and then it penetrates their bodies and their heart centers, the rest of their chakras as well. That white light column resonates at a high vibration, a high frequency, high resonance, full of love, joy, peace, and truth. It resonates so strongly that even when they start thinking about trying to manipulate policy or trying to manipulate data or trying to manipulate the public, that white light column that is now permanently fixed in their heads, in their brains, in their bodies at an etheric level, and it will feed down into the physical level. It'll vibrate so strongly and so intensely that even the slightest thought creates such disharmony, such dissonance, that they immediately are compelled to stop thinking those dishonest, manipulative lies. Immediately compelled to stop thinking those things and to stop thinking about public policy that is dishonest or manipulates the public, they will immediately tune in to the white light columns that are now permanently fixed in their energy bodies for the rest of this incarnation. Every one of them. They will tune into that, and they will have a higher vibratory experience. They will be more honest. They will be more authentic. They will be more sincere. They will disclose the information that needs to be disclosed from a higher level. They will stop all public policy that is destructive, that is harmful, that manipulates people, that causes dissension, that causes division. Every single public policy will be halted in their brains, in their minds, in their thoughts before they even come out in manifestation. They'll be stopped. They'll be halted at the etheric level, at the thought level. Right then and there, anything that produces any type of public policy that produces a lower vibratory experience on this planet, that creates any kind of pain and suffering in people, that creates any kind of division, that will be halted at the etheric level, at the mental level, at the emotional level, at the spiritual level, if you want to call it. And now we'll move into the higher beings. The higher beings, the guides who have chosen to walk with us on these incarnations, who have chosen to oversee this planet and its transition into an ascension process, this whole accelerated ascension process that we're underway with. And we'll extend this invitation to all available beings of white light, and that could be angelic beings, that could be beings that are heart-centered, that have power, white light power, that have a loving presence, that have our best interest from a higher universal perspective on this planet. And now we extend the invitation to them to help guide this planet, to help guide public policy, to help guide the global narrative, and to clean up this planet, to clean up any dark forces, any dark influences, any negative energy, any dark energy, any low vibrational energy that exists at any level, no matter how small it is. Whether it's in hiding or not, it doesn't matter. To get in there, to clear it, to bind it, to get it out of here, get it back to source, and to clean this planet from top to bottom, through and through, so there is no more negative energy, no more lower vibration energy influencing the global narrative and public policy on this planet. Not only that, and we thank all of those beings for their incredible amount of work keeping us going here. We thank them all for their commitment, their dedication, their work, their energy that they're putting into helping this planet and to guide people on this planet at a higher level, to guide us into a higher level of existence, a more heart-centered community, a more unconditional loving community. We thank them, and we thank them, all those beings, for blocking any more negative energy from coming into this system. We thank them for shielding this planet and blocking it at every level. That could be the physical level, but at the etheric level, at the astral level, for shielding this planet and blocking it from any dark energies coming in anymore. So not only cleaning it out, but helping us by blocking it from this point forward and keeping the resonance high on this planet, filling our environment with love, filling it with light, filling all people with love and light. And we give thanks because they're working hard, and we recognize their commitment. We recognize the power that they bring and the assistance that they bring, and we recognize that we need the help right now. And so we're willing to put the information out there, and we're willing to give tremendous amount of thanks for all that assistance. So we've got it technologically all wrapped in white light, all embedded with white light. The humans All of us around the globe being blessed and flooded with white light and high vibration to be able to tune in to really what's really true and what's going on. But then all the people that are involved in that global narrative and that involved in public policy and all that, they get special attention. Lots of special attention. White light walls around their paths, keeping them on track. Anyone that's involved in any of that type of global narrative, that has any kind of plan or plot or whatever, any dirty double dealing, backroom dealing, all of that halted, boom, right at the thought level, at the emotional level. They are now fixed with crystallized light, columns of light crystallized in their body, in their etheric body, that keep them on track, that keep any of those lower vibrational, awful thoughts, plans, they keep them completely at bay, and they burn away that lower vibrational energy. It can't even manifest. Can't even manifest in their thoughts. If they try to dwell in it, there's so much incredible resistance with the high vibratory white light that is penetrating them at every level. And so it is. And so it is. And as you're compelled, reinforce those visualizations. And I thank you. And we'll see you again.